Hey folks, it's Norm Bergen here, taking you on an insider's tour of Jasper National Park. Did you know that one of the most prominent mountains in the Jasper National Park was named after a nurse who was executed during World War I by a German firing squad?
Mount Edith Cavell is a 3,300-meter tall mountain located in the Athabasca and Astoria River valleys. The mountain was named in 1916 for Edith Cavell, a British nurse executed by the Germans for helping Allied soldiers escape occupied Belgium. The route you take to Mount Edith Cavell starts at kilometer 13 along the original Icefields Parkway, now known as Highway 93A, which was built by unemployed men during the Great Depression. Cavell Road is a twisting, turning 14-kilometer-long adventure through subalpine forests to the slope of Mount Edith Cavell. It takes you past Mount Edith Cavell Hostel and on the north end of Cavell Lake. The trailhead up to Cavell Meadows is by the parking lot at the end of Mount Edith Cavell Road.
The hiking trail, folks, comes up here to a beautiful viewpoint of Angel Glacier. And as you look out there and you'll see 300 meters of glacial ice down the face of that mountain. You'll see the angel's wings spread out. It is a beautiful appearance of a stunning glacier. This beautiful glacier can also be very dangerous. Blocks of ice the size of a house can come crashing down, so it's very important that you stay on the trails and do not go too close.
For many years, the congregation at St. Mary and St. George Church in Jasper commemorated Edith Cavell at the mountain on the anniversary of her death.
Edith Cavell was in charge of a teaching hospital for nurses in Brussels, Belgium. In 1914, when World War I broke out, she persuaded all of her students to treat all wounded soldiers, irregardless of nationality.
Her war efforts soon progressed to helping Allied soldiers escape from occupied Belgium.
It is believed that the lady Edith Cavell helped more than 250 men escape.
When her efforts to help the Allies were discovered, she was arrested by the Germans for committing war treason and shot on October the 12th, 1915. There was international outrage at the news of her death, and in 1916 the Government of Canada named one of Jasper National Park's most notable mountains in her honor, ensuring that this great humanitarian would never be forgotten. Mount Edith Cavell was featured on a $1 Canadian stamp issued in 1930, and the Edith Cavell Memorial Tower was added to the local Anglican Church in 1932.
The world's largest glacial erratic is believed to have once been a part of Mount Edith Cavell. About 15,000 years ago, a massive landslide came down and landed on top of the Athabasca River Valley Glacier. As that glacier moved south and east, it made deposits of that debris in many locations. Some of those boulders, folks, lie alongside the Moline Canyon, about 35 kilometers south and east of here.
But the biggest chunk of debris, known as Big Rock, was left a few kilometers outside of Okotoks, Alberta. That's more than 460 kilometers away. Big Rock weighs more than 18,000 tons and is 135 feet long by 60 feet wide and is 30 feet tall. Because Big Rock landed on top of the glacier, it wasn't broken up into smaller rocks or rounded by the movement of the glacier that transported it to its current location.
The wonderful lady Edith Cavell left behind a legacy that we should all embrace. Her final words were, "Standing as I do in view of God and the eternities, I realize that patriotism is not enough. I must have no hatred or bitterness towards anyone." Now you know why this magnificent mountain holds this honorable name. Stay safe, be well, and I'll see you in the mountains.